A very good day, my dear exam going undergraduate students. I mean BDS and MBBS. The set of classes that I had chosen are called OTP, one time password, for the spotters. We all have got limited time. We should be accurate and as fast as possible. The specimens or the pictures I had chosen should be superimposed onto the specimens that you have got in your institute and the points written. We'll go to the first session. What are you seeing on the screen? So this is a normal organ and this is our pathology specimen. Both of them should be identified by means of the epididymis that is hovering over it. So it is a specimen of the testis, oval, pale or pinkish yellow, reduced in size and weight when compared to this. Epididymis is present. The tunica, external covering, is intact, smooth. Therefore, the diagnosis is atrophy testis, reduction in size and weight. This is again a part specimen of the heart. A slice has been cut across. So I am able to see the left ventricle and the right ventricle. This is the interventricular septum. All the walls of the left ventricle are uniformly thickened. And the left ventricular lumen is also narrow. So this can be a specimen for us. Interventricular septum, left ventricle is being narrowed, uniform thickening of the ventricular wall, anterior, posterior, lateral and medial, that is a septum. Therefore, the diagnosis is left ventricular hypertrophy. Next, courtesy alarming. I am able to find a tissue with a stellate lumen. And there are some lymphoid follicles. These blue colored ones are the lymphoid follicles. And this is the muscle. So you can identify it. This can be within the slide itself. So it is a normal appendix. This will not be kept. But look at this one. The slide that we are getting is showing a mucosa with ulceration. There is no mucosa over here. And there is a dense sheet of inflammatory infiltrate involving the entire wall. Moreover, neutrophils I am able to see in the muscular zone. So the spindle-shaped cells are having the neutrophils. The serosa is congested. So by heart this. Mucosal ulceration, dense inflammatory infiltrate, transmural, all layers involved, neutrophils in muscularis, and serosa is congested. Your diagnosis is acute appendicitis. This is the next specimen. I am straight away calling it as appendix because it is finger shaped and it is open only at one end. The other end is blunt. The external surface is somewhat grayish white to brown, and look at these lines, they are all vascular congestion. When I go to the cut surface, I find that there is a thickening of the wall and the lumen is narrowed because of edema. The diagnosis is acute appendicitis. This is another specimen wherein I am finding the intestine, which is showing the mucosal folds over here, but these areas are not normal. They are ulcerated. I am not able to see the mucosal folds, and there is also a narrowing over here. So it is a part specimen of the ileum, multiple horizontal ulcers which are perpendicular to the long axis. there can be constriction in areas of fibrosis. The same thing over here. Normal mucosa, ulcer, perpendicular to the long axis, constrictions. The diagnosis is tuberculosis of the intestine. I would like you people to compare both. So this is tuberculosis. In this, I am having longitudinal ulcers parallel to the long axis of the bowel, which is typhoid. So that brings us to the end of the first session.